Then before the project started, did you feel changed in any way? Did you learn something, maybe about yourself, maybe about the European cultures, maybe about us?
Yes, I think quite a lot. I changed quite a lot. I learned quite a lot. And simply it's now difficult to say how I changed, but I feel...
This project changed my life. And at first time I was Lithuanian person which work with immigrants, yes? And now I am immigrant in United Kingdom. Finally.
I can relate to that.
It changed my life.
Okay, yes.
And I worked with Lithuanian immigrants in other country. Yes. But on November of 2013, I became immigrant too. And I left Lithuania and arrived to United Kingdom. And now I live in Cambridge. And I am Lithuanian immigrant.
Okay. Okay.
New place, new life.
So now you can relate and understand even better the situation you've been working on before.
Yes, it's better. It's better.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe all the hospitality we really, really enjoyed in Romania, in Marseille, in this family situation. We've been the huge hospitality in England. This showed me if you want to talk to people, if you want to overcome all these prejudices, you have to talk and you have to be a host and you have to give back something.
Moi, je voulais dire dans un premier temps, c'est vrai que j'étais un peu réservée. Je ne pensais pas qu'on pouvait se rencontrer comme ça du jour au lendemain, partager les mêmes émotions. C'est vrai que c'est une belle expérience, pour moi une grande expérience. J'ai été beaucoup émotionnée lors des rencontres. Puis finalement, je me rends compte que tous les peuples ils sont identiques. On a les mêmes principes, les mêmes modes de vie. Et tout ça, on est des êtres humains et tout ça, ça peut nous permettre de vivre en paix dans le monde entier.
C'est un projet qui m'a beaucoup apporté sur la connaissance des autres cultures, la découverte, aller à la rencontre de l'autre. Et je trouve que c'est très enrichissant d'aller connaître les autres partenaires, la façon dont ils vivent. Voilà, ce projet me donne envie de voyager, d'aller découvrir encore d'autres pays. Voilà, ça m'a vraiment donné cette envie de bouger, de sortir de Marseille.
Well, I should come back to the first answer about the slowly lifestyle. I think this is something that I really said to my friends that this slow lifestyle is something that I take for me as a participant from this project.
Well, I think that the world changes now very much. Mm-hmm. Because about all these events in Ukraine, and we are very, very worried in Lithuania and a little bit frightened, of course. Mm-hmm. And I think that something is happening quite serious. And what I want to say, I wish that we will meet again, let's say after the year or 2 years, and all of us, there will be a peace in Europe, in all parts, in our part also, and also in Ukraine. And we will meet again, all alive and safe. And I think that the most important now in the world, in Europe, is peace.
I learned to be more curious and more willing to find out about the neighbor I'm living with in my own country, for example. And I think the place that impressed me the most was in Marseille, because in Marseille I had the opportunity to listen to some extraordinary stories with the immigrants, which was the best place to find out about this. I think Marseille couldn't compare with any city that we've been to in this project, because it's the home of immigration.
It has made me reflect on what I've done in the past. I'm at an age where now when I tend to do that anyway, but it has made me look at sometimes at my actions and my feelings over the years, which has been interesting.
Especially when I come here, or France, or Roman, or England, at the first time I think I was a guest, but the second day I am a member of this family. I felt this because really all of them or all of you are very friendly, and I love you also. Thank you.
And we love you too. Thank you so much. What was the common ground you have found in the end of this project? Did you find your common ground?
Tu as trouvé ton common ground.
Oh yeah. I found my common
Please
ground.
tell me.
Alors les valeurs communes, les valeurs communes que j'ai trouvées, c'est par exemple dans le partage de la nourriture, découvrir d'autres goûts, la façon de se saluer, la façon de vivre, découverte d'autres villes, les bâtiments. Hannover est très joli.
Our common ground is that I was totally unaware that all these people from all over the world were actually living and working, and some of them I just accepted them as part of the local population, and there they are from all over the world.
I learned lots of things with this project, and it is a really great project. Because, for example, with this project, I met lots of Somalian people in Konya. And now we are friends with Somalian. Also, we, for example, Nigerian, Burkina Faso, lots of people I met in Konya. To say the truth, before this project, I don't know them. Their lifestyle, their sharings. And as you remember, again, in Konya, all the groups, common ground groups, met with these people, Somalian people, and made interview with them. And we learn their lifestyle, what they feel in Konya, in Turkey, what Turkish people say about them, good things, bad things, everything. We argued sometimes, but now we are friends, and it is very good for me. Especially all the journeys are interesting. I learned lots of things in Romania, in France, England, British people teach us lots of things, and it was great. Thank you very much.
Oui, moi maintenant je suis chez moi à Hanovre, je suis chez moi en Turquie, je suis chez moi en Angleterre, mais c'est normal, je suis européenne. On est le même peuple.
I have seen lots of places, of towns, and we met always the same people. That makes for me common ground, to meet all the people from England, from Turkey, from France, and I love this. And that made me feeling common with these people. Yes. And we met us at different places, and that made it very interesting.
What was your common ground?
I think my common ground was to experience that all the people in this project had fundamentally the same idea about, who are you? What are you thinking? And we found out that we have a kind of a common ground in this way. And this was my idea.
C'est moi common ground, c'est ma copine.
Oui, c'est ma copine, my friend.
C'est ça common ground.
Nice.
Much interesting for me. I have been in Latvia,
Yes.
20 years ago.
Yes.
And it was a short time after falling the wall. and it was very difficult to come in the land. And now we didn't, we are driving with bus and we didn't see any border. It was great that it is possible to go from one land to another without border, without passport and so on.
Was that for you the main advantage, the main feature of the common ground, that it is really physically a common ground, that you don't need to pass through borders anymore?
I think it should go on for all and for more people of other countries, if it's possible.
What was your common ground in terms of feelings?
And also I was trying also to answer to the questions which for me was not clear. For example, is there still anything I can not accept or not able to accept? But to be honest, I don't have them anymore. So in this case, I'm not a very interesting person to make interview with, because I cannot share you like, oh, I didn't thought I could accept it, yeah, but I'm accepting everything. Yeah.
Well, I really have to say I enjoyed it so much being a member of this group, being a participant, because, you know, going to all these countries, meeting all these people, I'm very, very curious about people and talk to people and be in touch with people. And so it was a challenge because I've never been to Romania, for example, and you have to open up wherever you go in the world. And so this, I love to do that.
When you were abroad, there were a lot of feelings. We were getting emotional all the time. Apart from that, did you think of yourself? Did you see yourself more like a world citizen, like an European citizen, as a German traveling to other countries, or as a migrant?
I really consider myself to be a European person.
Totally, yeah. First, European. Second, I'm a German. But it's for me the great that we can go, that we can travel all to other countries and have only our small passport. And I'm a European.
Thank you. Were there also bad things about the project?
Because this project is finishing at this moment. It is last meeting, and it is very sad.
Yes, because I love discovering the local culture, and actually what I love to discover is that the foreign person I meet has actually the same feelings and the same hobbies and the same troubles as me.
Great. Would you say that was your common ground?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
I tell you what it did. One thing I reflected on quite a lot was my own feelings as an immigrant. And I've never thought of myself as an immigrant. But in fact, when I moved from London to the Welsh borders, I was actually very much an immigrant because life there is very, very different. And although I talked in an area which was predominantly a black area in London, mostly West Indian, but African, well, as I said, 36 nationalities in one school, I didn't really learn about prejudice until I was on the other side of it, until I was in an area where people were prejudiced against me. And that hits you between the eyes, really, actually having the opportunity to look at prejudice from the other side. And I think that became particularly significant when we were in Marseille, when there was that amazing discussion that we had towards the end, when people were talking about their own feelings, about prejudice against them, and that really hit home. Actually, that was a very interesting experience.
What did you enjoy most in the project?
People. I think the most the better in this project is are people.
Alors, ce que j'ai préféré dans ce projet, c'est de rencontrer toutes les personnes, tous les participants. Je me suis fait des amis. Anna, c'est ma copine. J'avais beaucoup de préjugés sur tout le monde. Sur les Allemands, sur les Turcs, sur les gens de Roumanie, sur les gens de Lettonie. Et je suis complètement ridicule parce que ce sont des gens formidables.
I can't really say it because there was no sadness. No, I was just excited to see new things and to learn about this new town. Or there was always new people, but there was no sadness. It was excited and interesting.
So in these other countries where you've been traveling through during the project, you say you've learned a lot of things. Were there also things you were surprised to discover as being familiar to you, as being like home almost?
Yeah. Firstly, how can I say? When we go around Europe, France, England, I feel when I meet these people, all the common grounders, I feel as my home. And this is great for me. The first visit is exciting. What will I do now? Because you know that we are, yes, people, human beings, but we have different lifestyles. I wonder what I am doing, firstly. But then I learned that when you respect all people and they respect to you, we are the same and we share all the feelings together, and I feel in my home. Thank you.
No, not really. I think my feeling, I feel like home was when I was in the group, met the same people. That made me feeling home.
I think I felt at home in Turkey.
Why is that? Can you tell us?
I don't know why, because I always felt good in that country. I think it's. I always say about Turkey that it's a country that has lived in my heart. I don't know why. It's just that I feel at home there.
Well, I felt that here more than anywhere, but I think that's because we know all these people now and we've become friends. So I think if we'd finished in Konya or we'd finished in Marseille or in the UK, I would have felt the same there, because it isn't about places, it's about people.
Thank you very much for that. Why did you choose exactly this one, this memory?
This year, we have discovered that there are over 25 different nationalities in a very small, rural British town, just on the border of England and Wales. So we had one evening where we gave them soup and we did craft work. We made corn dollies with them. So we have people from Indonesia, from Japan, from India, from Holland, from the Netherlands, from Germany, from all 25, Poland, different countries.
Because this shows Vita, our host, okay? She was extraordinary and she was very precise and well organized with everything. And I brought this picture because it shows how she organized us, like in the army. It's like, you see, she's very small, but she could lead a group of, I don't know, 30 people.
Sure, but
And as you remember, in Konya, we go there, and some feelings you feel very well, because dervishes, again I say, shows tolerance between, for example, you can be European or Turkish or French. It's not important. The important thing is human beings. Yes, it symbolizes this. My memory is this.